Fox 9 continues to track breaking news, a gruesome Christmas Eve homicide in Caldwell.
Fox 9's Tammy Scardino continues our team coverage.
Well, the story is generating a ton of debate on the On Your Side Facebook page.
Our producer Seth Randal was very instrumental in speaking with Linda a couple of months ago.
23 stab wounds. They cut all the fingers on my hand.
This marriage license that I have here, it now reads spouse and spouse rather than groom and bride.
We have some breaking news on this Friday night. A suspected drunk driving accident has the intersection of East Victory and South Locust Grove closed right now, and it sends 3 people to the hospital.
Fox 9 team coverage starts right now.
Fox 9 was first to report this story earlier in the show.
Chris Oswalt live at the State House.
Fox 9 has in-depth coverage on the gay marriage ruling starting right now.
Let's recap tonight's team coverage.
Well, that ruling by the Ninth Circuit came down in this 96-page document.
Fox 9 goes in depth on the issue of domestic violence. Here's some history on Idaho's gay marriage ban.
Fox 9 On Your Side has much more news.
Idaho actress Tara Buck is best known for her role as Ginger on the hit TV show True Blood. And you have dropped by our Fox 9 studios tonight.
On Your Side reached out to one of the original authors of Idaho's gay marriage ban.
It's a Fox 9 exclusive. We speak live with all of the same-sex couples who successfully sued Idaho for the right to marry.
One of our favorite guests here on Fox 9.
Andy Byron is a Boise singer and guitarist who's opened for country musicians including Randy Travis, George Jones.
Oh,
nice!
Look at that. That's a really big tree.
Into it, Frank.
Get some dancing music going.
Yeah. Fox 9 continues to track breaking news, a gruesome Christmas Eve homicide in Caldwell. Fox 9 was first to report this story earlier in the show. Caldwell police tell us 3 people were stabbed. One of them is dead. Fox 9's Chris Oswald was the first reporter on the scene. He's there now.
You can still see that police are here on the scene. I can tell you right now that we know 3 people, were stabbed on Rice Street. One of those fatally. The other 2 are in the hospital right now. The suspect or suspects are still on the loose right now. Police are looking for them. I did just talk to one Caldwell police officer who says that they will be coming over to talk to us in just a few minutes. We hope to get more information, new information at that time. But again, what we do know is that 3 people were stabbed on Rice Street. They were able to drive down here to this area where we are right now. As I said, the vehicle is just over here to my left. The Canyon County coroner showed up just about 45 minutes ago. So we're still gathering information. Police are still piecing together exactly what happened out here. We're going to bring it to you as soon as we get it. But for now, we're live in Caldwell. Chris Oswalt, Fox 9 On Your Side.
All right, Chris, as soon as you get more information, we'll get it on the air for everyone.
Fox 9 has in-depth coverage on the gay marriage ruling starting right now.
Chris Oswalt live at the State House.
Well, that ruling by the Ninth Circuit came down in this 96-page document. The couple is one of 4 who successfully sued the state of Idaho over its 2006 voter-approved ban on same-sex marriage.
Well, in today's ruling, the court tore apart Idaho's argument about how gay marriage would hurt traditional marriage. Here's what the judges wrote.
Governor Otter still says he's deciding what to do next. It appears Idaho's Attorney General Lawrence Wasden is not quite ready to throw in the towel.
This marriage license that I have here, it now reads spouse and spouse rather than groom and bride.
She and her partner Becky would still have to wait.
Not gonna happen today.
Here's some history on Idaho's gay marriage ban.
On Your Side reached out to Reverend Brian Fisher, one of the original authors of Idaho's gay marriage ban.
This is just tyranny from the central government, from the federal government.
So we wanted to give you more perspective on today's ruling because there is still so much up in the air.
And we are joined by constitutional law attorney John Runft.
I think the court has ruled. It's a constitutional ruling. I believe that's the end of the road on that.
Well, the story is generating a ton of debate on the On Your Side Facebook page, as you might imagine.
Fox 9 On Your Side has much more news. In our second half hour, big changes could be on the way to the Veterans Administration after the recent CARE scandal.
And coming up next, a Fox 9 exclusive. We speak live with all of the same-sex couples who successfully sued Idaho for the right to marry.
We've been treated incredibly well and had great support from friends, from family, and frankly even from strangers.
What does this mean as a parent?
It means the world to me. It means we'll be able to raise our son in a family that is legally recognized.
The Screening Benefits Agency for New Americans and Boise Contemporary Theater, and Helena Peterson with the Contemporary Theater joins us live.
So they help with housing and finding jobs and transportation.
We have some breaking news on this Friday night. A suspected drunk driving accident has the intersection of East Victory and South Locust Grove closed right now, and it sends 3 people to the hospital. Fox 9's Chris Oswalt is there live. Chris, what can you tell us?
Hi, Roland. We're just a few yards from the intersection of Victory and Locust Grove. You can see officers are still on the scene, and this is why a suspected drunk driver heading south on Locust Grove hits this van right here that you see. Sends the car that he was in, which appears to be some sort of Jeep Liberty, onto its side. I'm told that all 3 people were taken to the hospital, 2 in this van, 1 in the Jeep Liberty. I want to show you some video from just moments after this crash happened. You can see people trapped inside of this van here on the scene. Now, police say that they tried to pull the person over inside the Jeep Liberty because they suspected that he was driving drunk. He took off from police just a few miles from the scene here. And if you want to come back out here live, you can see officers just over my right shoulder. They are still investigating this crash, but we will be here to gather the latest throughout this newscast and bring it to you as soon as we get it. Reporting live in Meridian, Chris Oswalt, Fox 9 on your side.
She was a beautiful girl who only wanted to be loved.
Tonight, police believe an abusive relationship took a deadly turn.
Today is a sad day for our community.
A body found in a Melba cornfield.
This is not just a television show. This is not just a criminal investigation. This is a tragedy.
And 4 men charged in connection with the killing of Selena Thomas.
If you know anyone who's in a violent relationship, do your best to get help before it's too late.
Fox 9 team coverage starts right now. As On Your Side was first to report this evening, police found a body they believe to be Selena Thomas.
Detectives found the body this afternoon in a Melba cornfield. Selena Thomas's case is being classified as a homicide, and Lauren Johnson is live in Nampa at the candlelight vigil.
This candlelight vigil going on right now in honor of Selena Thomas. These ribbons have also been handed out.
Fox 9's Tammy Scardino continues our team coverage.
That if anybody starts anything with you, it starts with a push, maybe a slap. Get away.
So according to court documents, Alfredo Martinez, the boyfriend, appears to have recruited friends and family into this crime. This afternoon, the 3 men were arraigned in Canyon County Court, all charged with felonies. Jose Flores, Martinez's nephew, charged with accessory after the fact of murder.
Let's recap tonight's team coverage. Police this afternoon found a body in a Melba cornfield. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to go in depth on the warning signs of domestic violence and what to do if you or someone you know is in a violent relationship. And coming up next, in depth on the issue of domestic violence after the death of a Nampa woman who police believe was in an abusive relationship. Fox 9 goes in depth on the issue of domestic violence.
Be Black with the Women's and Children's Alliance came in tonight.
No matter how much they profess to care about you or how much they want to be with you because you're so important and they're jealous of anybody else,
right.
It's a really red flag if they're starting to isolate you from other people that have been your support in your family. I would really recommend that you call either our hotline, which is the 343-7025.
It was the first time in nearly a decade that Linda has gone to that dark place that brings back so many painful memories. We'd like to call tonight's story, guys, Linda's Miracle Mile. Linda LeBrane was driving through Idaho on her way to a vacation in Utah. Suddenly, a car with 4 people inside forced her off the interstate, got into her car, and then drove to a dark and secluded Canyon County road. The only female in the group made it very clear to LeBrane what their intentions were.
And she says, get out on your knees and beg me for your life. And I did. I got out in the dirt, and I was already so bloody. And I said, please don't kill me. I have children. I have a family. Take everything. She says, oh, you bet we're going to take everything, and then we're going to kill you.
The attack was brutal and vicious.
23 stab wounds. They cut all the fingers on my hand, grabbed my wedding ring, cut my throat, stabbed me 5 times in the chest.
They left, only to return moments later to finish the job. But even in this quiet coastal town, Linda still deals with trust.
I trust my husband, and I trust a few close friends, but I don't trust strangers. I don't know why I trusted you.
It deals with victims' rights, restitution. Our producer, Seth Randal, was very instrumental in speaking with Linda a couple of months ago when the whole Sarah Pierce thing was going down, when she was being released. And she says you have to hold these folks accountable. And
because Sarah Pierce was released early.
Sure. And when they say that they have to pay restitution to the victim, she thinks a lot of victims just don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Idaho actress Tara Buck is best known for her role as Ginger on the hit TV show True Blood. She's also a familiar face, though, on guest spots on other shows, including Criminal Minds, Bones, Cold Case, NCIS, and 6 Feet Under. And you have dropped by our Fox 9 studios tonight. Thanks so much for being here.
I love it. This is my favorite state. I mean, it's my home state. Feels great to be back. I can't wait to see all my friends from high school and my family. I have some family in Hagerman, so you know, I get a good hometown adventure while I'm here.
I'm curious, as someone who's sort of myself an outsider from the state, but who went to Sun Valley and was sort of taken aback by how much Hollywood shows up there. How much did that influence you growing up?
It influenced me a lot, and in a great way.
1974.
It was the year that Channel 6 signed on the air. Here's a look back.
We were living in the Stone Age, but we didn't know it.
Dan Smead was our evening anchor and news director from 1978 to 1991.
That was light years ago. From film to tape to digital, things were changing so rapidly.
Back then, newsrooms were filled with clattering typewriters, ringing telephones, and sometimes even cigarette smoke. Channel 6 debuted at a time of major national stories. Historian Joe Bell.
Whether we're talking about Watergate or the fuel embargo of the 1970s when people lined up for gas.
Former reporter Liz Rodosevich.
We had the Chalice earthquake, the Claude Dallas trial, the North End rapist, which was a big story at the time.
Perhaps the biggest story, the amazing growth in our area.
And the community wasn't as big, it didn't have as many issues, there wasn't as much diversity.
One of our favorite guests here on Fox 9.
Justin Zora.
So we're doing something a little different tonight. You wanted to try and teach all of us what happens to be kind of a bartender at home.
That's exactly what it is. Everybody shows up to parties with booze, right? Everybody does that. But nobody brings like lemons and limes and mint and stuff like that. So pick a few of those things up. We're going to make some drinks today, and I actually brought some like kitchen stuff that I brought from my kitchen that you can use to kind of have some fun with. Okay, so first things first, let's grab our limes. We're going to squeeze a couple limes in here.
Right into our glass.
Just right into our glass. We're going to kind of muddle it. And when we muddle it, it's going to kind of release some of those
You've
oils
taught us
out
muddling.
of the rind. Like
It's just stuff you got in your kitchen.
Yeah. Drop a little bit of mint in. You show up with a couple of these things, some thyme, some mint, you're going to be the hit of the party. We're going to count to 4. 1, 2,
Okay, but
3,
do I get to do it like this?
4. You can do it like that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
nice.
Look at that. That's a really big drink.
My producer wants this one.
We're going to throw the,
this is my
little
favorite
tin
part.
on. Now, if they don't have a tin, you could just grab another glass and shake it like
but this is so cool looking.
But this looks cool. Now we're going to...
You got to put your whole body into it, Frank.
Get some dancing music going.
Yeah. Drop it in. A little bit of ginger beer.
Seriously.
Oh, the ginger beer is really good.
All right.
So we use the Cruisin', the Crater Lake, and the Rebel Yell. All different kinds. Rum, vodka,
This is like a slushie.
This is just too strong.
Cheers.
Cheers. Justin Zora.
Justin Zora
Go
from The
visit him at
Grind.
The Grind.
Thank you, guys.
This is great. We have a guest joining us tonight. Andy Byron is a Boise singer and guitarist who's opened for country musicians including Randy Travis, George Jones, Travis Tritt, and performed last week with Susie Bogus. And he's here to talk about his new Americana music series and play a little bit for us.
This is really neat.
We are so excited to bring this to Boise. These artists have been looking for places like this to play in this market.